Hello and welcome to the Hot Desk, WLR's business programme. I'm Julie Smyth. Well, there's been a lot happening in the world of business in Waterford over the past week. Waterford-based businessman Eddie Walsh has sold his engineering company STS Group to the German Dussmann Group in a deal estimated to be worth about €50 million. We have the promise of 100 jobs by American company Allstate Sales Group, and Waterford Chamber has a new president in B2B Communications, Jonathan Earle. And you can hear from Jonathan and more about the Allstate Sales Group on Sunday's show. But today is given over, unusually enough, to women and children. The Waterford branch of Network Ireland's Women in Business Awards were held last Friday, and I went along to meet the winners of the various categories, and you can hear from them a little later in the show. But first, in what was a real highlight of the week, the Junior Achievers programme took place last Wednesday and Thursday in WIT's Business School. There were 8 primary schools who took part, 4 from the city and 4 from the county. And the young kids were from 4th and 5th class, and they had to come up with their own business ideas. They created posters around the 4 Ps of marketing: price, product, place and promotion. Some came with merchandise and props, and they all presented their work to judges called Frogs for recognition of greatness. And at the end of the presentation, they got to negotiate with the Frogs, Dragon's Den style, for investment in their companies by offering a percentage of their companies. So it was a really lovely event, and you can have a listen now to 2 of the schools which took part: Gaelscoil Philiboroon in Tramore, and first up Christchurch National School in Waterford City. I'm here with some of the junior achievers from Christchurch National School in the city. Amelia, tell me about your project.
So our project is Lead the Way. So it's a retractable dog lead that clips onto the side of your clothes, and it's on the harness of the lead. It's got a GPS, and then you download an app on your phone so you can track your dog.
Wow, that sounds very high tech.
Yeah, it's kind of a high-tech lead. So,
and where did the idea come from?
Just kind of all of us, a bit of everything. So we all kind of had different ideas, and then we just kind of combined them all in to Lead the Way.
Harry, you're on the same team as Amelia. Are you a dog lover? Is this where the idea came from?
Yeah, I really enjoy dogs, and I have one of my own. So I know sometimes my dog can go running off. So it would be handy to have the GPS, but he wouldn't normally go missing. But I have seen some dogs that do run off if they see a bigger dog. So yeah, I think the GPS was a good idea.
Yeah, it really is. And how much work have you done on this project?
We've been doing it for a while, so I'd say we definitely have a lot of work done on it, finished on it, yeah.
And how do you think the judges are going to react to it today?
Well, I really hope the judges like our idea, and yeah, I just really hope they enjoy it and think it's a good idea.
That sounds like a great idea. Kate, you've got one of the other 5 projects that are here from Christchurch today. Tell me, how many people are on your team and what's your project about?
There are 6 people on our team, and our project is baby clothes that will grow with your child. They grow 9 inches at a time. And so that means they will save money because babies grow at a really fast rate, so they'll grow with the baby. And yeah.
So that sounds very innovative. How did you come up with that idea?
Well, one of the other girls in my group really wanted to do baby clothes, so we decided we'd do that. But to make it worthwhile, not like only ordinary baby clothes, we decided to put a twist on it so they could grow as well. So.
And how does that work?
Well, so there's cotton nearest to the baby's skin, then there's a layer of elastic weaved into the cotton, and then there's another layer of cotton then again on it. So there's elastic between the 2 layers, so it'll grow.
Very good. So did you try and manufacture a prototype?
Yes, well, we haven't actually got the elastic in it, but we have some baby clothes and we have a little diagram of what it would look like as well. So.
Brilliant, that sounds really interesting. And finally, Ronan, you're one of the other groups represented here today from Christchurch. Tell me about your idea.
So our idea is called Clocksa. It's a clock, it's a small clock which can answer questions, and it's digital. You can change it to digital, and it has a built-in smoke alarm, so if there's a fire, it'll sound of alarm and it will call people.
So it has a clock that can do lots of things. You can ask it questions, and it can be a fire alarm and other things like that.
Yeah, so
And did it take a long time for you to perfect that idea?
yes, it did. Yeah.
So we're about to go in for pitching. Are you looking forward to pitching, Amelia?
Yeah. I'm looking forward to the experience.
And what's been the most enjoyable thing about the whole process so far?
Well, making your own business and having to work with everyone else in your group. So like you kind of don't tag along with the business. You and your group will make it yourself. So yeah, that's why I enjoy it.
Well, very best of luck. We'll see how you get on later on. Thank you. Thanks, everyone. Now I'm here with 3 students from Gaelscoil Philabaroon in Tramore, and they're going to tell me about their business ideas that they're presenting today. Breed, what class are you in?
4th.
4th class. And tell me about your group and your business idea.
Well, our business is Bing Bong Travel. So it's Waterford Airport. We bought it and we are transforming it. So we have our airport and stuff downstairs, and then there's an upstairs, and it's a travel agency, and you tell us your interests and we match you with like your interests and stuff.
Wow, so you've bought Waterford Airport.
Yeah, and we extended the runway.
And you extended the runway, so there was a big investment in that.
Yeah.
So it has so much potential, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're going to do a travel agency upstairs, and where would you like flights to go to from Waterford?
Well, like Spain, a lot of like common places, and nearly everywhere, pretty much.
That's great, Breed. Thank you. And Shaylin?
Yeah.
Shaylin, tell me about you. Are you in 4th class as well? Yeah. Tell me about your group and your idea.
Our idea is Pet Plaza. It's a place where you can bring your pet to play. So there are play areas where you can interact, where your animals can interact with other of its kind. Like, say you have a dog, it'll be with other dogs so it can play. There's also a cafe with a pet-friendly food. There is a vet and grooming as well.
So sort of like a creche for dogs, or a play school for animals?
It's kind of like a run amok for animals.
That's great. I can see that you've been inspired by places around Tramore. I suppose the airport's not so far, and Runabout, a big play centre. And is there anything like this being done? Have you looked at your competition?
No, not really. We haven't seen anything like it, really.
Okay. And people spend a lot of money on their pets, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you have pets?
Yeah, I have 2 pets.
So is that where the idea came from?
Yeah.
Good. And what do you think has been the best thing about the whole process so far of coming up with the business idea?
It's really fun. We're after making an actual building, so it was really fun making that and just designing it.
Brilliant. And we'll turn to Connor now. Connor, are you 4th class student as well? Yeah. Tell me about your business idea.
Our business idea is a helping hand. We help 5 animals, endangered animals. We make 40% of our profit goes to the endangered animals that we help. Our place is in O'Connell Street in Dublin. We picked that place because there's a lot of people there.
What kinds of animals now are endangered that you'd like to help?
We are helping tigers, African wild dog, elephant, and the black rhino.
Oh, wow. And how are you going to help them?
We are gonna give them money.
You're going to give the animals money?
Yeah. Well, the people that help them in the countries that they are, we're going to give the people that help them the money so they can help them too.
Well, that sounds like a very worthwhile cause. Thanks so much for telling me all about it. We're just about to start the judging now, so I better let you get ready, and the very best of luck. I look forward to seeing how you got on. And just have a quick word before you go with your teacher, Orla Keating. So Orla, I assume you're the 4th class teacher.
That's right,
in
yes.
Gaelscoil. have you been involved in this process before?
No, this was our first time being approached to do it, and I want to just thank Laura McGivney for being our business mentor. It's an absolutely fabulous initiative, and the children have bought into it with enthusiasm from day one. As from what you've just heard from them, the sky was the limit. You know, they really bought into it from day one, as I said. Yeah, it's been fabulous.
And what do you think that they've learned most from it, or that they get from it?
I suppose they've learned that, if they have an idea or for something, however big or large, to just go for it and see where it can take them, And Laura was great to help them tone it down a little, pull it back in where it needed, or even to push them forward to explore different avenues. So, children have great ideas for things that adults would never have thought of or come up with, and they've honed them in with their own interests as well. So, it's been great for them, yeah.
Lovely. Well, listen, very best of luck today. Thanks for taking the time to talk to me. Welcome back to the Hot Desk. Now, before the break, you heard from some of the kids who took part in the Junior Achievement Programme. Listen now to one of the mentors and the area manager for the programme. I'm joined now by one of the mentors with Junior Achievement Ireland, which is sponsored by the local enterprise office, Christine Roster. Christine, you're an accountant with Dawn Meets by day.
I am.
and moonlighting now as a mentor for Faithleg National School. Tell me how you got involved with it.
Well, Denise Power from Junior Achievement contacted me last year and asked if I'd get involved, and I did. And I did this programme with my local school, the Light of Christ, and I just loved it. Loved working with kids. So when she asked if I was interested in coming back again, I said yes, straight away. It really gets under your skin to see the kids learn and develop so quickly. We've done this over a 6-week period, and the kids get so enthusiastic and creative, and you bring out what they know but that they don't know they know, and some of the ideas they come up with would just blow you away. It's just fantastic.
There is no shortage of ideas, so there's not. No. and I suppose getting the kids to translate that into something that's real is that the main issue, and main thing that you have to guide them with.
Initially, yes, they come up with some very big ideas which would obviously cost a lot of money, so it's not appropriate. So after the first session, they realise that this is something that they've got to, something that they can actually do. Even though this is a make-believe business, this can be something that they could do if they wanted to do. And I know there have been kids who've done this programme in the past who have actually gone on and developed little businesses themselves. So it's a great starting ground. And the whole negotiation with the frogs on investment in the business, they just love that, because that's just fascinating. Probably very disappointed when they don't get real cash at the end of it, but they love that. Yeah, they really do.
And it's a great age as well, isn't it, to start teaching kids about those fundamentals of business and to just open their minds to the possibilities.
Yeah, absolutely. And to get them to understand the concept of profit, because sometimes they'll say, we're going to sell this for €30, and you're saying, but have you thought about what it actually cost to make that product? And then they suddenly realise, profit leads on to maybe reinvestment and growing the business further. And it's really, really incredible. Yeah. I think Junior Achievement, together with the local enterprise board, they've done something wonderful here. Yeah.
Now, you mentored the kids in Faithlegs. They have 6 projects here today. Not to put you on the spot now, but can you give us a flavour of some of those business ideas?
Okay, we have some. We have a movie making company making local movies with local talent. We've got one group who are going to make their own games and possibly their own consoles. We've got 2 sports groups who are going to make their own hurleys, and we've got, who else have we? We've the Crafty 4, which everything is homegrown and homemade, and that's just fantastic because that's stuff they're actually already doing, but they're coming together now to create their own little market stall. And there's one little group who are going to mind pets, rehome pets, and groom pets. And they've got a fabulous idea, and they actually have a little premises where they could do it. So, it's all stuff that they can relate to themselves that, they could actually do. They're brilliant. I'm really going to miss working with them.
Well, that's lovely, Christine. Thanks so much. And from the sounds of it, it's something that you will get involved with again.
Absolutely, without a doubt, if they want me.
Christine Roster, thanks so much.
Okay.
Now, the event is all over. We're in the auditorium. It's gone very quiet. There's been so much noise and energy around WIT's business school this morning. It's been lovely. And I'm here with Denise Power, who's the area manager for Junior Achievers. So this must really be the highlight of the year for you, Denise.
It is. This is the biggest event we have run in the South East, and we've partnered with Waterford Local Enterprise Office to bring over 200 primary school children here. They've been working for months on creating their own companies based on their own ideas, products, services, and they've brought their business plans, marketing campaign, and negotiating skills today to present to frogs. So who they are, you might think it's a little bit strange, but we wanted to take the scary idea out of being a dragon, and their frogs are for recognition of greatness in students, because all the students they did a great job, you know.
They really did. Now, I have to confess, I was a frog this year. It was my first year being involved in it, and it was really lovely. And there was 4 schools here today, but this was a 2-day event, so there were another 4 yesterday. Give us a run through the schools that were involved this year.
Okay, so every year there are 8 new schools every year involved. The plan is to reach every school in Waterford City and County. So we have 1 day of 4 city schools and 1 day of 4 county schools. So, for example, today we did have Christchurch, we had Butlerstown, we had Faithleg, and we had Gaelscoil Philip Baroon. Yesterday we had St Stephen's de la Salle, we had St Paul's, we had Abbeyside National School in Dungarvan, and we also had Waterpark National School. So they were the 8 schools involved. This is the 4th year we're running, so we're just delighted to be able to partner with Waterford Local Enterprise to create our own entrepreneurs in Waterford, really, and hopefully they're inspired for when they do leave school that they'll start up their own businesses.
And every school that took part in this, each school got 1 award, and the kids, of course, got their certificates, but it's more than just the awards, isn't it? Because they learn so much, and certainly from speaking to some of the teachers and some of the mentors who are involved, who also seem to really get a buzz off the kids and all their ideas and enthusiasm. It's a lovely event all around.
It is. Actually, there were 8 mentors with 1 per class. So for months they've been going in and visiting the class on a regular basis. So they're preparing the kids with, would you believe, 4 P's of marketing, so that they're ready to present to the frogs. So yeah, they have. So there was awards such as today, Multiphone from Christchurch won best marketing campaign. In the Gaelscoil, best community idea, travel by Bing Bong, and there was Keep It Clean in Butlerstown, which is the best innovative idea, and A Game. They did a great negotiating plan, so they won the award for that, and that was in Faithleg National School.
And negotiation is such a key part of it too, and a fun part, because the kids have the opportunity to negotiate with the frogs. There's €1,000 on offer, and how much of a percentage in their business are they going to hand over for whatever level of investment. So that generated a lot of fun for people, didn't it?
It did, and in fact it brings it back to the subject possibly that the students are not comfortable with in school, which is maths, but it brings it back to a fun element of the business. So they've created this business, and it's up for grabs by the frogs as investors to invest €1,000 into it. But then they have to break it down by percentage and how much they're willing to give away. So I can tell you, with those budding entrepreneurs, they didn't want to budge. There was 2% of a business only on offer at one stage for €1,000. So they really put the frogs to the test today. So it was really good fun, really great fun. So it was.
And no problem getting mentors or frogs to take part at all. People just seem to be really willing to get involved with the children.
Yeah, all the mentors are all business people in full-time jobs, and they come forward. They get so much out of it themselves. They're giving back to local schools. Some of them are parents also, or they're just living in the locality. The frogs, we have a lot of repeat frogs who come every year, who just it's out of their comfort zone in some ways, but it's a little bit different for them, and they love getting involved. From the response from the frogs, there was quite a lot of new ones here today, said they wanted to come back next year again to get involved.
And for anybody who's listening now who thinks, I'd love my child to have an opportunity, or my school to have an opportunity, how does the process work? Do you pick them, or would people be
applying to you, say, for next year? How does it work?
Yeah, so the schools, we'd be delighted to hear from schools who haven't had the LEAP project with them. So that's in the city and county of Waterford. We would love to hear from them. It's they can contact me at dpower@juniorachievement.ie. So it's dpower@jai.ie, and we can take it from there.
Well done, Denise. It's a lovely event, and a lot of very happy kids walking out of the auditorium today. Although there was one boy who was very disappointed when he realised that the money wasn't real. So I think, but apart from that, lovely event here, and delighted to have been given the opportunity to take part in it too. Thanks very much.
Thank you. Thanks for being a frog, Julie.
Denise Power talking to me there.